And hello and welcome from Mindful Motion Studio. And today we're going to be discussing a series of Pilates work called the Midback series. And even though the arms are moving in this series, what it's really about is coming from stability of those mid-back muscles. So we're talking about the lower fibers of the trapezius, the rhomboids, the latissimus dorsi, but also we can't forget our lovely abdominis, and that means rectus femoris, and then, rectus abdominis, and then transverse abdominis muscles. So we have Danielle who's going to be demonstrating this series, and we're going to be doing 4 exercises together. But before we even start, we kind of like to emphasize really good form and posture. So right now, Danielle is laying in neutral spine. So the back of her skull is against her headrest, and then we can see she's got a nice neutral neck. Also now her shoulders are touching the shoulder rests evenly, and her arms are nice and laying nice and easy out by her side. Also, what we see is that the shoulder blades are against the carriage. We're going to honor that lumbar curve so she's not pressed into what's called imprint. We're still keeping neutral lumbar curve. And then finally, when it comes to the pelvis, Danielle is laying all the way down to her tailbone, and then also from right to left and top to bottom, that pelvis is neutral. Kind of the idea is if you had a bowl of soup in the pelvis and you didn't want to splash the soup from top to bottom or side to side. Now you'll also notice that Danielle has the straps around her hands, and with her arms placed by her side, she's ready to move her legs into tabletop. So Danielle, if you'll lift one leg into tabletop and then the other, that's how we safely get into any kind of work that we're doing while we're laying on the carriage and we want to be in this tabletop position. Now for our first exercise, Danielle's going to be demonstrating what's called the bicep curl tricep extension. So Danielle, if you will fold at your elbow and raise your fingertips to the sky and then press your palms back down to the carriage again. So what this asks for is control of the biceps coming on up and then the extension of the triceps on the way back down. That's it. And notice how Danielle has the carriage moving nice and smoothly. She's inhaling, exhaling. And Danielle, if you'll do 2 more of those and then we'll move on. Very nice. Yeah. And last one, best one, as we say around here. Now we're going to be moving into an exercise called lower and lift. And from lower and lift, what we're talking about is the ball and socket of the shoulder. So the rest of the body stays still. The arms stay lengthened. The only thing that moves now is that ball and socket. So Danielle, if you will, take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, you're bringing those arms up so the fingertips are pointing right to the sky. And now exhaling and bringing the hands down. The other thing that we're wanting here is for Danielle to feel like her hands are touching the carriage at the same time and coming to the top at the same time. And notice how she's keeping that beautiful 90-degree angle in her tabletop. And Danielle, if you would do 2 more of those, because you look so good while you're doing it, up and lower. And last one, best one here. Very nice. Now Danielle is going to rotate her palms in toward her hips. And now she's going to extend her arms out to the side as if she's making a T with her body, and then bringing the palms of her hands back to her hips. This exercise is called arms to the side. And notice that Danielle is also keeping her shoulder blades like windshield wipers out against the carriage and back in. Danielle is also paying good attention to the arms extending to each side, so say one side doesn't get to the other quicker, and that notice that she's very good and paying a lot of attention to bringing the palms of the hands back to her hips at the same time. And Danielle, if you would do 1 more of those and stopping with the hands against the hips. Now Danielle is going to put those moves together. We had our arms to the side, and we also had lower and lift. These 2 movements combined create something called arm circles. So Danielle, I'm going to have you start with your palms toward your hips. We're going to take an inhale, and the arms are going to go to the side in your T position. Now exhale, arms up overhead, and continue your exhale to close. That's it. Would you do 2 more, please? Inhale, exhale, and 1 more. Yes, ma'am. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to reverse where the arms are going up overhead first with your inhale. Now a long exhale to the sides and close. And if you would please do 2 more. Up, exhale, out and down. Beautiful. Last one, best one. Up, exhale, out and close. Now notice that Danielle has finished back in neutral, her hands to the side, and we're going to bring one leg down to the foot bar and the other to finish this mid-back series. Danielle, thank you for your beautiful work, and thank all of you for joining us here at Mindful Motion Pilates, Fitness, Yoga, and Ayurveda. Enjoy your day.